Here we are at the CBC, home of Hockey Night in Canada, where they're about to put together and introduce the new dream team for hockey next year and beyond.
Between our national deal, our junior hockey, our regional deal, we will be producing over 600 hockey telecasts next year. In order to do that, we need an all-star team. And I'm thrilled to be introducing the first line of that all-star team today.
There's lots of talk about hockey, but when they talked about the enrollment dropping, it got Don Cherry's back up.
Slightly?
Just slightly.
I'm not going to argue with you. but to what degree is this?
The reason it's down is because of expenses, not because of the TV or anything else. It's expenses. That's why it's down.
But do you think this will alter that at all?
No, because of the expenses. We're not. It's only down because of expenses. It's not, right away, my instincts came. Wait a minute, it's down because of expenses. You know what I mean? I kicked in for minor hockey, and that's true. And that's that. What I do is I react like I did with her.
For Ron McLean, it was a very emotional day because in some ways it's a beginning, and the other way it's an end.
It's Pavlov's dog. We have made Hockey Night in Canada so ingrained in each of us that we feel a bit of ownership, a bit of connection to the show, and have the right to say something about. We all have an opinion of it because it's been there and it's built. And you when you brand something, you have to have frequency, you have to have consistency, but most of all, you have to have an anchor.
So you won't be there Saturday nights?
No, but well, I'll be there with Don. We'll do Coach's Corner.
Coach's Corner, yeah.
So, but the show, that brand, you know, I mean. I was looking at Dave Hodge the same way anybody would look at George Stroumboulopoulos, you know, with great respect. And so that it's not going to suffer, obviously. You're not bringing in somebody that's going to in any way hurt that brand, the Hockey Night. But it's been a 62-year evolution, and the media, you know, television was in its infancy when color, all these things happened with Hockey Night in Canada.
The key to George Stroumboulopoulos is that he's been on TV every night for the last decade. And he sees this as a challenge. He is a hockey fan, but he's also a great interviewer.
Like, it's really rare where you're ready to do something different and a dream opportunity presents itself. That doesn't happen so often, and I just kind of went, this is kind of lovely, so maybe this is the right fit for me. So, yeah, I like bringing my perspective as a hockey fan to the table, absolutely. And you know this, man, having done it, that the trick to good sports is knowing how the team plays out and the dynamic. So being up there with Jeff and Ron and Don today and Darren, like, that's a cool team to be a part of, and the rest. So I can't wait.
The biggest gamble in all this is Rogers themselves. They've put up $5 billion. They've got to get the return on it, and it all starts with this team that he's assembled here today.
What we've done today is take another step towards changing the way hockey is viewed and consumed in this country. We have 30 weeks to do that. Now I think 29 weeks. Having a dream team like this is a good first step. It sets a tone for what we're going to be doing.
So here we are in the CBC, and there's so much excitement here as Rogers and the CBC have put together the new idea for Hockey Night in Canada. And as you roll around, you never know who you're going to run to. You got Darren Millard there, and of course the legendary Don Cherry over here, and Ron McLean. Hockey and the future of hockey is in the hands of Rogers and the CBC, and they've put together their team, and now it's up to you, the audience. For the Toronto Sun, I'm Joe Warmington.